Okay, so we're going to start with your feet nice and close together and pull your ribs up nice and high, make yourself nice and tall. And then you're going to put your hands right above your head, reach up nice and high, and we're going to try to reach across to one side of your body, to the right hand side, trying to stay tall, squeeze your heels together, push your weight in through to the floor. And what you'll feel is a real tightness coming across the left hand side of the body. Try and keep your head up, and then one deep breath, exhale, and then come back to center after that breath. And this time we're going to go across to the left. Keep those arms extended, head tall. And as you're breathing out, then you can go deeper into the stretch, feeling that stretch all the way down the right hand side of your body. We're working on our balance by squeezing our glutes, our butt cheeks together, and trying to keep our weight going back through the bottom of your feet. Try and keep tall in your body and try and lift your chest up. And one more breath, back to the middle. At the end of that breath. Good. And now we're going to go into a back bend. So we're reaching up really high, looking right up to the ceiling, and we're extending that back all the way backwards as you look over, working on your balance. Trying to keep your glutes strong again. Trying to keep your abdominals strong, your tummy strong, so you can support your lower back. Shouldn't feel any pain in that lower back. Good, and engage that core and keep your chest nice and high again. And a couple more breaths. Keep on reaching nice and high. Keep that sternum high. And relax. Coming back down at the end of that. After the final breath. Well done. Okay, this time we're going to have feet shoulder widths apart. We're going to leave our right foot on the floor and lift our left knee up. Breathe, try and make the body nice and tall. Good, balance by activating the glutes on the outside of your right leg. And then in this position, you need to put your left leg across the inside of your left knee that's standing up. And I just want you to push into the inside of your left leg. Good, keep balancing. You should feel a stretch in the outside of your left leg into your glute. And down, and change legs. Good, exactly the same. This time the right hand comes into the right knee. And we're pushing into that, feeling a stretch into the outside of the right quad. And we're working really hard on that standing leg to keep balanced as well. Trying to stand up nice and tall. Working on trying to engage those hips and your stability all the way through down to your ankle. Good, and one more breath. Excellent, and release. Okay, this next exercise then, we're going to go into a lunge, or what's called a runner's lunge. We're going to leave that right foot forward and the left foot all the way back. Both feet facing forward if you can. If you can't, don't worry too much, just somewhere where it's comfortable. And we're looking to keep the hips going forwards. Keep your hips square on. Don't open your body out. Keep your body closed, chest facing forwards. And we're bending that right leg, all the weight coming down through your hips if you can. Activate your hips. And we're pushing forward with that body, trying to get the ankle, the knee, the hips, the shoulders and the head all in one straight line as you push forward. And you're going to feel a stretch in the front of that left quadricep. And as we're in this position, as you breathe out, just lower that left knee down to the floor. And this time we're going to try and increase that stretch in the hip flexor in that left hand side. Lifting your arms above your head, pushing your chest right up as high as you can. Make sure we try to engage that right glute on the right hand side. and reach right for the sky, rolling that head back nice and tall again. Don't forget to breathe. Good. Keep balance, work those cores, work the core to keep balanced all the way through. Okay, well done. And back up. We're going to change legs. So again, big lunge back, both feet facing forward, and we're pushing those hips forward and rotate the upper body so that we've got that one straight line between ankle, knee, hip, shoulder. If you struggle to do it like I do, then just make sure you're breathing properly as well through that. The stretch is going to be coming through the front of the right quadricep there, and we want that left gluteal, the left butt cheek, to make sure it keeps on working. Keep those hips facing forward and don't let them rotate. This is the time really to think about focusing on engaging those muscles that we're talking about. And now we're going to relax the right knee towards the ground after the next breath. Good, and relax the right knee down to the ground. And we're going to reach our hands to the sky. The head is being lifted up, and the sternum, your chest is raising, coming away from your belly button. Really having to work hard to keep the abdominals strong, to take the weight away from the lower back, and to activate your glutes. Keep your balance. Good. Remember, try to keep the weight going through your hips rather than through your knee and your foot. Activate those hips in order to get into that good position. And one more breath, head pushing away from the shoulders. And relax. So from here we're going to go down into a plank position, but not on your forearms. You're going to go onto your hands. You're going to make your body nice and long. And we're trying to lift that belly button up away from the floor so you're not sagging through the middle. And once you're in that position, feel nice and strong. Then we're going to see if we can lower the body down to the ground. Gently, we're going into what's known as Cobra. Pushing your toes right down, squeezing your legs together, and just lifting your upper body off the floor. We want the legs to be squeezed together so hard that the knees are coming off the ground, and then squeeze your legs together as well, and shoulder blades together as well. And don't forget to breathe. Good, and relax. Let your body come back down. This time then back into the plank position. And from here, drop your knees, and then what we're looking to do is raise your tailbone up to the sky as high as you possibly can. With a slight rounding of your back, try and keep it pretty flat. And we should be feeling the stretch through our hamstrings, the back of the legs, and you'll feel that stretch across the top of your shoulder and shoulder blades as well. Trying to keep the neck in a neutral position in this position. Keep on pressing into the ground with your toes so that the hamstrings are stretching, and pushing your hands into the ground and trying to roll those shoulders together to increase the stretch across the shoulder blades. Those of you with really good flexibility, bring your tailbone a bit higher. We'll see if you can get your heels to the floor. Remember, this position shouldn't hurt. You do need to focus on your breathing as well. And relax. And we're going to go into a squat position from here. Quite a big squat position, so we want to be squatted right down on the floor. If you can't go all the way down, don't worry. And we want to try and push our chest forward so that we've got a fairly flat back. It can roll a little bit. In that position, you might want to put your elbows inside your knees and just push out. And then from here, we're going to increase that stretch. If you need to come up a little bit higher, then do. And if you've got a block or something that you might want to put your hand on, then that's absolutely fine. But here we're going to put the left hand on the floor, trying to keep your heels on the floor, and raise your right hand to just twist and open up your spine. See if you can keep your weight back through the hips. And then we change hands, right hand on the floor, and we're lifting our left hand to the sky, stretching the spine, keeping that chest nice and high. One more breath. Good. And then all the way back up from that squat position. Gently up into the air. Good. And here we're going to go into some quite complex stretches where you're required to balance on one leg. So, first one, what I want you to do is stand on your right leg and then hold on to your left foot with your left hand. You're going to reach for the sky. In that position, we're trying to push that left knee backwards, keeping the hips square as you go. Your right hand using out in front of you to balance. If you open those hips up, you will fall. So try and keep those hips together. Excellent. Hold that position. Feel how your toes and your ankles and your standing leg and the right leg are helping you balance. And then from here, we're going to go into an airplane position where you drive your left heel backwards and your toe backwards. And we're trying to get into a T position. So arms outside to keep you balanced. Really working hard. Good hamstring flexibility required here. And working your core hard to see if you can get all the way down to that T-shaped position. Don't forget to breathe in that position. Really focus on trying to have a deep breath and relax back to the floor and change onto your left foot on the floor. Pick your right foot up and hold on to it with your right hand. And then what we're looking to do once you're balanced is to reach the left hand up to the sky, and as you do that, rotate forward slightly, allowing that right knee to go backwards. We're trying to keep the hips, the toes all facing forwards. Remember, if you open up those hips, then you're going to lose balance, so we want to try and keep those hips forward. And we're really working that right hip flexor super hard in order to stay in that position. Good. Nice. Don't forget to breathe, chest up. And now we're going to go into airplane. From that position, we're driving the right toes and heels back. And the chest is pulling all the way forward, making the body as long as you can, from your toes to your head. And the arms alongside, your palms facing down. Hamstring on the left leg is really stretching hard. Should be feeling a little bit of burn there as well. And one more breath. Good. And now we're going to go into one final stretch before we're finished. So from this position then, we're going to go into what's known as a lizard. Big step backwards from that lunge position. So what I want you to do is have your right foot forward and a big step back with your left leg, bigger than the one that you took for the previous lunge. Now from this position, you might need to open out the back foot a little bit at 45 degrees. Keep the hips forward. Make sure they're closed off, facing forwards. And then what we're going to do is keep the weight through the hips again. And we're going to take the left arm and right arm across the outside of the right leg. And then we're lifting our chest forward. And we're feeling that deep stretch in that right hip. And we're looking at the left hip flexor as well. Try and lift that head up like a lizard to really feel that stretch through the left hip flexor. And you breathe. On the inhale, on that in-breath, we'll see if we can raise that height of your body up. And on the exhale, we'll see if we can go a little bit deeper. Good, feeling that stretch through that quadricep. And change. So this time a big step forward with the left leg. Remember, you might need to just open up your stance a little bit to stay balanced. And the right hand is going to the outside of the left knee, and we're getting that head nice and high and the chest being pushed forward. Hug that right knee towards the middle of your body as well. Squeeze that right knee on the floor into the middle of your body. Really focus on trying to just activate those muscles in order to stay balanced. Feeling that stretch on the outside of the left glute and the hip flexor on the right hand side. Chin up tall. We're seeing that inhale and exhale as well. On the exhale, see if you can go a bit deeper. On the inhale, see if you can be a bit taller. That's good. And this is a good time to focus on that breathing, feeling the stretch all the way through your body. One last breath. Good. And that is everything. Well done. That is, for many of you, perhaps your first yoga session. About 16, 17 minutes worth. If you like doing these, then please continue to give them a go. The credits for this must go to Manflow Yoga. I'm stealing some of his ideas online, so if you want to go and look at some of his workouts, then please do. And I'll do my best at trying to give you one of these a week or a fortnight. As you can see, I'm still learning yoga. So I hope you've enjoyed it. Well done.